story of Eliezer ben Hurkenos, part 3. So we concluded in the last part that Eliezer, or at this point he was Rebbe Eliezer, was speaking words of Torah in front of everyone, and everyone was quite astounded by it. So at this point, what happened is that Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai came from behind Rabbi Eliezer, and he kissed him on his head. And he said to Rabbi Eliezer, "Fortunate Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov that this one came out of their loins." So Hurkenos, the father of Eliezer, Rabbi Eliezer, was quite confused. He said, "Who is Rabbi Yochanan saying this to?" So the other students said, "He's saying it to your son, Eliezer." So Hurkenos tells them, he shouldn't have said that. Rather, he should have said, "Fortunate am I that this one came out of my loins, because he's my son." So Rabbi Eliezer continued, and he was sitting, and he was expounding more on the Torah. And meanwhile, his father is standing in front of him. And Rabbi Eliezer realized this at some point, and he got scared. He got worried. He didn't like it. He wasn't comfortable with it. So he told his father, "Sit down, because I cannot say Divrei Torah when you're standing on your feet still." Whether it was because halachically he couldn't have, or whether because he didn't feel comfortable from his own personal comfort, that is, the commentaries have a long discussion about this. So Hurkenos tells his son, "My son, the reason why I came here originally was to excommunicate you from my inheritance, from my properties amongst your brothers when I were to die." He says, "But now that I came to see you, and I see all this praise, this greatness that you have come to, so now I'm going to flip it around. Your brothers, I'm going to disconnect them. I'm more impressed by you. And I'll give you all of their inheritance. I'll give everything to you. I'll even give it to you now," say some commentaries. "Even while I'm alive, I'll give everything as a present." You know what Rabbi Eliezer responded? He said, "No, I'm not worth like them." Whatever that means, whether because I'm not interested in these properties, we'll see what he means soon, possibly. And he continues, "If I was looking for properties, I could ask it from God, and God will give it to me, because, like David HaMelech says in Tehillim, to God is the earth and everything that fills it, and the whole universe and everyone that settles on it, on the earth. It's all God's. So if I wanted, I would request it from Him. And if it was gold and silver that I wanted, He would give it to me as well. Like the pasuk, the verse says in Sefer Chagai, the gold, the silver is mine, and the gold is mine, says God. So therefore, this is not what I requested from God. That's not what I want. All I wanted was Torah." And he says, and he brings the verse from David HaMelech, which says, all of the mitzvahs, of all of the ways of straight path, that's what I'm looking for. But everything that is false, the path of falseness, I hated it. And that's how Rabbi Eliezer concluded his path in life. And he didn't want any of that. And that is the conclusion of our story.